Everyone, Matt here from Dr. Running, and today we're going to do a sub 3 review on the Altra Paradigm 7. So this is Altra's moderate stability shoe, which is a very rare to find a zero drop moderate stability shoe, and actually the only one on the market. Provision's more mild stability from what I understand, but very different from a lot of the stuff that's out there. It makes it a very niche product, which again, there's going to be a good number of people that might really enjoy this shoe. It's different from version 6 that I tried a couple of years ago. Version 6 was very kind of plush and surprisingly cushioned. This is different. Still a great foam underfoot. Very different in terms of spec, which I really want to talk about, which I'm really excited for. But let's dive into that actually, because this shoe is different from what I've experienced, and I think it creates something very unique that's worth talking about. So specs wise, men's size 9 is 9.3 ounces, women's size 8 is 8 ounces. It's 30 millimeters in the heel, 30 in the forefoot for obviously a 0 millimeter drop. The midsole is full length Ultra Ego Max, which in this version actually feels a little bit firmer, but still responsive. So it holds that feeling of like, this is like a low 9-ounce shoe, which is crazy to me because it kind of feels a little bulky when you put it on and then you start running like, oh, this is really nice and light. The sole, obviously, it's a little bit stiffer, but still transitions really, really nicely. The one thing I had a little trouble with is, surprisingly, Ultra, you've been doing good with your heel bevels, but there's a little posterior flare here. So people that like that, you're going to feel a little early initial landing. Once you get through this, that it's a very smooth ride. But this was just something I was aware of at first, and then it went away, just to keep something in mind for the ride. Forefoot transition, really, really smooth. It definitely feels like a zero drop shoe. It didn't bother me as much because I am doing a ton of strength work for my calves. So if you have good calf strength and mobility, you're gonna be fine. If you don't, this might be something you need to ease your way into. The upper fit does fit a little bit long. It hasn't bothered me too much, but again, those between sizes, you may want to go a half size down. Just be careful with that. Upper is really nice. There's a very thin heel counter. Those that are sensitive to that in the heel will be totally fine. Didn't have to tighten things down too much. Didn't have any slippage. It's been really, really nice. The stability is something I really, really enjoy. So they've taken the whole guide rail, sidewall thing to a whole new level with very, very tall sidewalls, both on the lateral and the medial side. It's stable enough. It doesn't feel like a post, doesn't feel like it's shoving into your foot, but it feels kind of the same way something like the Keanu's gone, where instead of having a post there, there's just really good guidance up on the side. It keeps you rolling forward really nicely in the heel and the midfoot. Forefoot, it's just wider, so not something to worry about as much. Not intense stability up front there, but definitely in the rear foot, midfoot does a great job. Midfoot is filled in, which is really nice. Good job, Ultra. But a really solid, moderate stability shoe. So those that want zero drop and also want moderate to maybe a little higher stability, this might be a really good option, especially if you're on a wide toe box.